It's the end of 2024, and this year was absolutely incredible. I saw so many amazing birds and I met so many amazing people. If you haven't seen the last video, I recapped all 271 birds that I caught on camera in 2024. And this video is focused on the top 10 birding moments of 2024 on Bright-Eyed Birding. So let's get into it. All right, but how did we do really? What are the details of birding this year? Well, I saw 106 new life birds this past year. Some incredible birds to add to my list for the year. I also reached 345 total life birds on my life list, surpassing 300 this year, which was also absolutely incredible. I believe the black swift was my 300th bird. Unfortunately, that's a bird tough to get on camera, so I cannot put it in my top 10 bird encounters for the year. I also ended up seeing 317 birds in 2024. So 317 bird species, that is. And that's absolutely incredible. I exceeded my goal of 300 for the year. And so I think in the next year, we'll have to come up with something a little bit higher. I ended up birding in 2 different countries, including Canada and the United States. I birded in 4 states. In the state of Utah, I hit 261 birds in the state, and I ended in 28th out of all the birders in Utah. Again, this isn't a competition at all, but it's cool to be able to be in that top 30 at the end of the year. In my home county of Cache County, I had a goal of hitting 200 birds this year. I did not hit that goal. I ended at 182 birds, and I finished 10th in the county, which I'm also super happy with. And then on YouTube, we ended up getting an additional 1,183 new subscribers to the channel. Thank you everybody who showed out and supported this year, whether you've been here from the beginning or you just joined us. I'm just super humbled and happy to have you with us here on Bright-Eyed Birding. I also surpassed 100,000 views in just 1 year. That's also super humbling to see how many people have watched my videos this past year, and I'm super happy to see that a lot of you have enjoyed them as well. We also uploaded over 100 videos this year, and my goal was consistency on the year and also trying to improve the videos. So if you ever have time, go back and watch some of my videos at the beginning and compare that to the videos now, and hopefully you can see a stark difference in those videos. Without further ado, let's get into the top 10 bird encounters of 2024. All right, so number 10 is not necessarily a super exciting bird for most people, at least in my area, but it was a bird that took me forever to get onto my life list. In fact, it took me all the way 6 hours south to the southern corner of Utah. Of course, after I saw it, I ended up seeing them everywhere, but I hope you enjoy number 10 on the list.
All right, guys, it is super early in the morning. It's 7:30. I left over an hour ago to get here. This dirt road is a little bit rough for my little Honda Civic, but so far, so good. Knock on wood. I am at the #1 birding spot in the state of Utah. It's called Lido Ranch. Oh my gosh, the best thing just happened to me. I've been searching for this bird for so long. I didn't know I would have to drive 7 hours to see it. But on this little Joshua tree, that little white dot right there, is a loggerhead shrike. Oh my goodness gracious. This is my nemesis bird. I can't believe that I got this here at Lido Ranch. We're not even at Lido Ranch yet. It's already insane. Loggerhead shrike, down on the life list. I can't believe we finally got this one.
Number 9 wakes me up at about 3 in the morning. We drove off, went up a canyon to find these super unique looking birds in one of the best states to find these birds as well. I hope you enjoy one of the most amazing displays in nature with number 9.
All right, it's 4:15 in the morning, and we are on our way to see one of the craziest birds you will ever see, the greater sage grouse. Stick with me, this is going to be insane. Look at this content right here. All right, we got several greater sage grouse out here in the road out here. We have to be super quiet though, because we want them to come closer. I don't know if they'll come closer, but we're just waiting for the sun to come up. We can already see them, but my camera's not gonna pick up anything in this light, so probably wait another 20 minutes before I start filming, but super exciting. We got this lifer.
Number 8 takes us into the middle of the mountains and the wilderness in Idaho, where I was caught off guard by a bird that I was not expecting to see while taking a tinkle in the woods. Hope you enjoy.
No way. I just came up here to take a pee. That's an owl. No way. I don't have my camera with me, but that's an owl. I think it's a saw-whet owl. Oh my gosh. This is the craziest birding trip I've ever had. This is with my iPhone. No way. This might be the craziest experience I have ever had birding in my life. 6 lifers, and I just got a saw-whet owl on camera. I went to go to the bathroom in the woods, you know, like people do. This bird fluttered in my peripheral vision. Boom, saw-whet owl. And then it waited for me to go get my camera. Absolutely incredible. I am trembling right now. That has to be one of the most incredible experiences I have ever had birding in my entire life. These saw-whet owls are like the size, a little bit bigger than my hand. But we got a saw-whet owl on camera and I cannot believe it.
Number 7 takes us to one of the most vibrant birds in North America, a bird that does visit the state of Utah almost annually, but is also kind of difficult to find. I went and sat in a parking lot multiple times to find this bird, including in blizzards, and it was one of the most beautiful birds I saw in 2024.
Y'all, I'm literally shaking right now, right after I filmed that clip about me saying, oh, we didn't get it. We didn't get it at all. The bird is sitting on a branch right outside my window, and I started scrambling to get my camera, scrambling. I was super nervous, so I took my first shots of the varied thrush through the window because I was like, it's gonna fly away, which it has now. I don't see it anymore, but so I got my first shots through the window, and then it just sat on these branches right in front of me for a little while. So I got decent shots. There's branches in the way at times, so it's a little bit out of focus in some shots, but just an absolutely beautiful bird. I cannot believe we got that.
Number 6 also takes us back to Idaho to find a bird that in a lot of cases isn't supposed to be breeding there, but it is. And also, unfortunately, I was in a large group and I was the only one to break off from the group and find the bird, and it was not refound after that. This takes us to number 6 on the list. Hope you enjoy.
We got it. We just got the Scott's Oriole perched up on a tree over here. Unfortunately, I was a little bit away from the group and I was able to get it on camera.
Number 5 on the list started to turn into a wild goose chase, for lack of a better term. And honestly, I went searching for these birds. This ended up being one of my most popular videos of 2024. And in the end, was able to find 700 of them in a shopping center parking lot. I hope you enjoy encounter number 5.
All right, so I ran into a birder at the park and they told me exactly where to come to find the parrots, and you could probably hear them in the background. But when I say there are hundreds here, there are hundreds here. Over 500 for sure, maybe 1,000, and they are noisy. They are so loud. This is absolutely amazing to see. Again, these birds escaped from, you know, the pet trade and zoos and stuff, and then started breeding in California. It's absolutely crazy to see these birds here. I can't believe there are so many parrots here. And it's like nighttime outside, but the parking lot lights make it possible for me to actually film some of these birds on camera. So it's kind of the perfect circumstances for this channel, because otherwise my camera wouldn't bring in any light. So we got very lucky, and it's kind of like, I don't know, it's crazy. You have them flying all over these parking lots and stuff, but absolutely incredible.
The next encounter takes us to the beach in Southern California near Huntington, where I was able to find one of the rarest genetic mutations in nature, a 1 in 30,000 chance of finding a bird like this. Please enjoy this super rare hummingbird encounter that I had at number 4.
Okay, so I stopped to take a bathroom break, and I'm super happy that I did, because up by the bathrooms I found a leucistic Anna's hummingbird. That is an extremely rare bird. And a lot of people go their whole lives without seeing a leucistic bird. That just means that it's lacking the pigmentation in the feathers.
Number 3 takes us to a 9-lifer day in San Diego with my new friend, Mark. We were able to find some incredible birds, so I wanted to compile these real quickly and just showcase those 9-lifers that we saw. You'll only see 8 of them, however, because one of them I did not get on camera, but it has to be the number 3 on this list because it was an incredible day to wrap up the year. The highlight of this first stop so far has been my lifer number 1 of the day, Royal Tern. Got it flying by, that's why we came here specifically. And so we're starting off strong with a Royal Tern here at La Jolla. Just picked up right behind me over here, my lifer, little blue heron. Pretty full, so not much of a mud flat like Mark is saying, but we got the little blue heron right behind me here. Just picked up lifer number 4 on the day. We have the tri-colored heron, almost as if on cue. We saw the little blue heron just barely down this path, and then Mark spotted this bird on the fence in the distance. We were able to get it on camera. So tri-colored heron, lifer number 4. Lifer number 5 on the day. Mark led us right to the Hutton's Vireo. So that's absolutely incredible. Lifer number 6, and it's a big one, white-tailed kite. That's one of the birds on my list. Top 5 most wanted birds for the United States. White-tailed kite, knocked off the list. Mark back here has done it again. Just spotted lifer number 7, the golden crowned sparrow, and I got really good shots of it right next to a white crowned sparrow for comparison. Lifer number 8 on the day. Mark decided we were gonna head up a little bit further, and boom, one popped out probably within 3 to 5 feet of me. Absolutely incredible views of a beautiful bird. And finally picked up a nemesis bird, my lifer cackling goose. Absolutely incredible, is very obvious. It has that white collar on it, much smaller than the Canada geese, and also much stubbier, cuter bill. Number 2 takes me to one of my favorite birding trips of 2024. It happened near the beginning where we found an extremely rare woodpecker that also looks very similar to another woodpecker species. I also met my new friend Hawken here at this spot, and we ended up birding all year together. So super happy for his friendship, and I had to put this one at number 2 because the bird, 1, was incredible. It's the furthest north it's ever been recorded, I'm pretty sure. And number 2, I made a really, really good friend in the process. All right, so we just got the gilded flicker on camera. Absolutely amazing bird. Hawken spotted it, and we sat there with bad lighting for a while, but we finally got it. What do you think of the bird? What do you think of your first super rare bird experience?
Yeah, that was super fun. Invigorating when you actually find it. Frustrating for the parts that we didn't, but incredible once we found it.
Before we get to number 1, I just want to showcase a quick compilation of some honorable mentions with birds this past year. I know that you saw my last video where we did a whole bunch of this, but I just want to showcase a few that I really wanted to put on the list, but I couldn't put on the list. I hope you enjoyed those honorable mentions. Now for number 1 on our list, it's going to have to be the super rare Russian, and Asian bird species that also visits the UK and comes to the US a couple times a year, but not as far inland as this one. This bird was absolutely incredible, showing up at a backyard feeder here in a small town in Croydon, Utah. Please enjoy my #1 encounter of 2024.
All right, craziest thing just happened today. A brambling, which is a European bird, was just reported in Utah about an hour and a half away from my house at a private residence. The owner, I got a hold of the owner, and he's happy to host people. I think today he had over 50 people, 50 birders in his house looking at this brambling. I am heading out tomorrow at 6 a.m. with my friend Will, and we are going to try to find that brambling. So wish me luck. I hope we find it. It would be an amazing bird, probably the rarest bird I've ever gotten birding. And yeah, super excited for this trip. I got the brambling. I didn't want to film in their home just because there was other people there and I didn't want to be rude, but we got the brambling and it is absolutely beautiful. This is one of the best experiences I've ever had birding. I was shaking when I got it because I was so excited to get such an amazing bird. The last time this bird was seen in the state of Utah was 1984 and 1985. That is 12 and 11 years before I was even born. Absolutely amazing. Also, this is the third ever record of a brambling in the state of Utah. So an amazing bird to get. I can't believe we got it.
I hope you enjoyed these top 10 encounters that I had in 2024. Let me know in the comments below, what birds do you think should have made this list? I know some of you had some ideas that I didn't necessarily include in my own top 10, but I'd like to hear your top 10 if it differs from mine. Real quick, what can you expect from next year? Honestly, just more of everything. I'm planning on taking several trips to new states this next year and new areas of states that I've never been to before. We're planning on seeing some incredible birds along the way. Some upgrades are coming as well. I'm planning on hopefully getting a new camera at the beginning of March. Everything's in order to do so, so I can't wait to upgrade that and hopefully provide you with even better footage of these birds. I'm planning on doing more collaborations, including birder challenges, where I challenge a birder from maybe across seas or somewhere else in the US to find a bird, and they do the same for me, and we have a little bit of a challenge together to hopefully help you discover some more birders out there on YouTube. I also launched Bright-Eyed Birding Learn just barely, so please go check out Bright-Eyed Birding Learn. Link will be in the description below. That is going to be all educational content. It's going to feature species like I used to do on this channel. It's going to have ID tip videos as well, and also just some really educational content on backyard birding and birds in general, so you don't want to miss that stuff. Go check it out. You're also going to see new merch designs from me and my sister, Maddie. We have some big plans for 2025. Stay tuned for that. Maybe we'll feature your favorite bird. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. All of you that have watched my videos. It's been very humbling to see. I couldn't have done any of this without you. So I really appreciate everyone who's reached out, everyone who's liked the videos, everyone who's commented on the videos, everyone who's gone birding with me in the past year, everyone who has just sat back and watched the videos. I appreciate every single one of you. So genuinely, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. It's going to be an exciting year, the best year on Bright-Eyed Birding. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey in 2024. I hope to see you all next time in 2025. And Happy New Year on Bright-Eyed Birding.